2 of 3 ingredients done.
Let's take a moment to break down the sentence, 2 of 3 ingredients done. This expression uses a very common English structure, meaning how many parts of a total have been completed. So when someone says 2 of 3, it literally means, out of the 3 total ingredients, 2 are already finished. This structure is super useful in everyday English, especially when you're doing tasks step by step. You can use it with anything: ingredients, activities, challenges, episodes, exercises, anything that has a total number. Here are some simple examples. 2 of 3 tasks completed. 1 of 5 episodes watched. 3 of 4 exercises done. 4 of 6 items checked off. It's an easy and natural way to show your progress while you're doing something. To help you sound more natural, here are other ways to express the same meaning. We finished 2 out of 3 ingredients. 2 ingredients down, 1 to go. Only 1 ingredient left.
So all that's left is the purified blood of the demon monarch.
The purified blood of the demon monarch. Here, the key word is monarch. A monarch is a supreme ruler, someone with absolute authority, like a king, a queen, or an emperor. The word comes from ancient Greek, where monos means one and archein means to rule. So literally, a monarch is the one who rules alone. In the context of solo leveling, the term demon monarch doesn't just mean a demon king in the traditional fantasy sense. It refers to a powerful supernatural being who rules over an entire race, in this case, the demons. This gives the phrase a much heavier meaning. It's not just demon blood, it's the purified blood of their supreme ruler, making it something extremely rare and powerful. This idea shows up in other parts of the solo leveling universe too. Characters like the Shadow Monarch, the Frost Monarch, and the Monarch of White Flames represent different factions, each led by their own sovereign. These monarchs aren't just leaders, they're godlike entities with armies and powers tied to huge cosmic forces. And if you're familiar with anime and fantasy series, the word monarch appears in other stories as well. In various fantasy settings, a monarch can be a literal king or queen, like in classic medieval-inspired worlds. In other shows and games, the term is used more symbolically to describe someone who dominates or stands above all others, a character who represents ultimate authority or overwhelming power. So when you hear the phrase demon monarch, think of it as the top of the hierarchy, the sovereign of an entire species. Understanding this word helps you feel the real weight behind the line, and it deepens the impact of the scene.
My brother was on the Monarch, Sergeant. My brother was on the Monarch, Sergeant.
I'm partial to the Monarch. I'm partial to the Monarch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into Solo Leveling, one of the most exciting modern anime stories out there. The world of Solo Leveling is filled with mysterious gates that open across the planet, releasing dangerous monsters. To fight them, certain people awaken as hunters, warriors with special abilities. Our main character, Jin-Woo Sung, starts as the weakest hunter alive, barely surviving each mission. But after a fateful encounter inside a deadly dungeon, he gains a unique power that lets him grow stronger without limits. From that moment on, his journey turns into an epic rise from underdog to unstoppable legend. So stick around, because now we're going to break down a key moment from this incredible anime. Before we continue, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this lesson, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the new videos coming up. I'm always posting lessons inspired by anime, games, and fun ways to learn English. And of course, don't forget to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. Feel free to comment below and tell me which anime or scene you want to learn English with next. And if you have friends who are also learning English or love anime and gaming, share this video with them too. All right, let's get back to the lesson.
Gotta be on my A game when I finally go for it.
All right, before we continue, let's take a moment to break down this line from the scene. Gotta be on my A game when I finally go for it. Let's start with gotta be. Gotta is a very common, very natural contraction in spoken English. It comes from got to, and it means must or need to. So when a character says gotta be, they're basically saying, I really need to be, or I have to be.
Guys, we gotta do something! Guys, we gotta do something!
Now let's look at A game. This expression means your best performance, your highest level of focus, skill, and effort. If someone says bring your A game, they're telling you to show up at your best. No distractions, no mistakes, just full power. So, putting it all together, the phrase means I need to be performing at my highest level when the moment finally comes. It's a very common expression in movies, anime dubs, sports, and gaming culture. Characters use it when they're preparing for something important, a challenge, a fight, or a moment where failure isn't an option.
The Demon's Castle definitely helped me farm XP.
In the world of solo leveling, this makes perfect sense. The Demon's Castle is one of those brutal, high-level dungeons where Jin-Woo goes not only to survive, but to grind, to get stronger, and to push past his limits. So, let's look at the English here. The phrase, helped me farm XP, uses the verb to farm in the gaming sense. It doesn't mean working on a real farm. It means repeating battles, tasks, or missions to gain experience points. Gamers use this expression all the time, and solo leveling is practically built on this concept. When Jin-Woo says, or when we say, that the Demon's Castle helped him farm XP, the idea is, that place gave me tons of opportunities to defeat enemies, complete objectives, and level up faster. The word definitely adds certainty. It's like saying, no doubt about it, for sure, absolutely. Put it all together, and the sentence feels like something any gamer would naturally say after clearing a tough dungeon that boosted their stats. It's casual, modern English, and it fits perfectly with the RPG-style progression that solo leveling is famous for. In short, it's a phrase that mixes everyday gaming vocabulary with the story world of solo leveling, making it both fun and easy to understand for English learners who love anime and games.
When does a family farm become a commercial? When does a family farm become a commercial?
This place is a farm. A battery farm. This place is a farm. A battery farm.
But officially, I'm still stuck at E rank.
Stuck means trapped, unable to move forward, or unable to progress from one level to the next. It gives the feeling of frustration, like no matter how hard he tries, he can't break out of that position. In everyday English, we use stuck when someone is unable to escape a situation. For example, I'm stuck in traffic. She's stuck on the same problem. We're stuck at home because of the rain. It always suggests something is holding you back. Now about E rank. In the solo leveling universe, E rank is one of the lowest ranks a hunter can have. It's almost the bottom of the ladder. Being E rank means you're considered weak, limited, and not suited for dangerous dungeon missions. So when he says, I'm still stuck at E rank, it means that even though he wants to grow and become stronger, the official system still labels him as one of the weakest hunters. This creates a strong contrast with the epic growth we know is coming. And that contrast, feeling stuck, underestimated, and held down by circumstances is a powerful theme not just in Solo Leveling, but in many anime stories about personal evolution and breaking past limitations.
Door's getting stuck again. Door's getting stuck again.
So, how am I going to be able to participate in higher level raids?
In Solo Leveling, when hunters enter a dungeon to defeat monsters and clear the gate, that mission is called a raid. It's a coordinated battle, a dangerous expedition where every hunter has a role. Tank, healer, mage, assassin, everyone contributes. That's the fantasy RPG meaning of the word. Now, when a group of hunters teams up to enter one of these dungeons, that mission is called a raid. A raid is simply the organized operation to clear a dungeon. Different dungeons have different difficulty levels, and the higher the difficulty, the stronger the team needs to be. So when a character talks about joining stronger raids, they're talking about tackling tougher dungeons that require teamwork, strategy, and much higher skill levels. It's where hunters prove their strength and where Sung Jin-Woo starts breaking expectations. But raid isn't only used in stories about dungeons. In everyday English, raid can also describe a sudden, organized attack. For example, police can conduct a police raid on a criminal hideout, or a group of soldiers can lead a military raid on enemy territory. It always carries the idea of a fast, focused, high-stakes operation. There's another everyday meaning too, a more playful one. If someone jokes about raiding the fridge, it means they sneak into the kitchen to steal snacks. No monsters, no magic, just hunger. So, the word raid can describe a coordinated mission in a fantasy dungeon, a real-world police or military operation, or even a humorous way to say someone stole food from the fridge.
This raid is strictly non-lethal. This raid is strictly non-lethal.
We're raiding Dungeons and Fighting Dragons! We're raiding Dungeons and Fighting Dragons!
I need to stop faking. Not like I can hide the truth forever. It's time I retook the hunter evaluation.
And that wraps up today's breakdown, everyone. I hope today's breakdown helped show that learning English doesn't have to be complicated. We really can improve while having fun with the anime and games we already love. If this helped clear up that myth for you, then mission accomplished. If you made it all the way to the end, you're clearly serious about leveling up your English, so congrats, you're already ahead of most learners. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss the next episode. I'm dropping new lessons every week, always using anime, games, and cinematic scenes to keep your studies fun and powerful. And hey, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment telling me which expression surprised you the most today, and share this with a friend who loves anime and is also studying English. Let's build a community of learners who level up together. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep training, keep improving, and keep your English on A game.